Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to give a quick review over my 2012 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6r. It is my second motorcycle. I got this bike after I originally had a Ninja 650 and wanted to upgrade to something a little more powerful, and pretty much just wanted something a little more connected to the road. I wasn't a big fan of the way the 650 sat upright in the riding position. I wanted something a little more aggressive in stance. And when shopping for 600cc motorcycles, I pretty much sat on the ZX6r, and it was one of those things that just kind of fitted better for me. I know a lot of people, they already have in mind what they want as far as the 600 goes. A lot of people choose, Hondas, Yamahas, Suzukis, but I sat on all of them, and the ZX6r just stood out the most to me in a sense of comfortability and power. It wasn't my first choice as far as looks goes, but styling is subjective, and after a while the looks kind of grew on me. Even the green and black color scheme. Originally, I thought I wanted a R6, but when I sat on them, just wasn't my bike that I was interested in as far as comfortability and practicality. But now that I've had this bike for over a year, thought I'd give a review on it. First, I guess I can start off with talking about why I upgraded from a 650. As I said earlier, I had the 650 for a while. It was my first bike that I bought, and it was fun, learning the ins and outs of maneuvers and stuff on a motorcycle. But at the end of the day, after a short while with it, I just wasn't satisfied with the way it felt on the road when I wanted to have a little fun on some back roads or something. So I started looking at the super sports and decided on this bike based off of just the amount of power and the way it felt when I actually sat on at the dealership. So parted with this bike, and I have to say I've enjoyed every bit of it. I had it for a little over a year, and I've put close to 10,000 miles on it in a year's time frame. So I definitely say I've got my money's worth out of it, and it's been a joy and a blast to ride every time on group rides from other people that have 1000s to riding with people who have 650s, and even other people who have super sports. It's a fun bike to have, and just wanted to really just give my 2 cents on the whole deal. I mean, I know most people are gunning for the new 636s now, and I don't blame them, but this bike's still a pretty worthy contender and a pretty fun bike to ride. As far as handling goes, when I first bought it, it definitely handled a lot better than my 650 did when I had it. And I have to say I'm still impressed with the handling. It comes with Bridgestone's Battle Axe 16 series, but they do the job. I mean, if you want new tires, you can swap them out. Get your S20s or get your Q3s or whatever you want to use for them. But the stock tires are pretty good for normal day-to-day riding and occasional fun on the weekends. They suit the job for me. As far as work done to it, I pretty much only did a small amount of modifications to it. New windscreen, of course. I got rid of the stock fender that comes with it. In my opinion, that's just one thing that must go as soon as I get the bike. I've put frame sliders on it and pretty much just changed out the exhaust, and that's about it as far as terms of modifications to it. Everything else is basically stock on the bike. As far as comfortability goes on the ZX6r, it's a sport bike, so comfortability shouldn't be your first concern when trying to buy a super sport motorcycle. But as far as comfortability goes, I can go a good distance on it before I start to feel fatigue from either the seat or just uncomfortable on the bike in general from being cramped on in the riding position for so long. But it gets the job done around town and on occasional long trips. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say I'd go touring on this thing, but it is pretty comfortable, more comfortable than the other sport bikes to me for my body position, for my body type. And that's one of the main reasons why I picked it up over the other ones. But overall, I've had a great time on this bike in the year or so that I've had it, and I've had zero problems out of it mechanically or anything. And it's been a fun bike for me to ride and enjoy and experience on. And I had to say, if I go for anything from here, it'll be a 1000. Do I necessarily need one? No, but I mean, if that's what you want, then go for it. Provided you've got the skill set and the mindset to operate one of them. But if you have any questions about the bike or any other concerns about anything, then just shoot me a comment in the spot below. Until then, peace.